alive yet?
I believe so.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I have not seen it yet.
Damn.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Ba-ba.
Bah!
Har-bar-bar.
Habashiri papa. Ba.
Bah! Bah! Bah!
Wow.
Bah! 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 Bah!
You know
So every time we back.
God damn it! I want to complain one more time about clearing cookies. The other thing that I lost by clearing my cookies is my character builder, so I'm rebuilding that at the moment.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh yeah, that's why I haven't done that in a while, because it clears out your thing in PathFinder.
Clears out everything.
Yeah, so if I say
really playing up. So I had to restart so I restarted the fucking Opera to be like, alright, fresh version. And I'm like, alright, didn't lose much because I was able to get my like bookmarks and stuff back. And then I went on the Path Builder and I lost all my Path Builder stuff and all the stuff I was also like keeping in the background that was based on your characters. I'm just like, oh, god damn it.
yeah. So I'm trying to rebuild that at the current moment.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll
Gotcha.
probably if I'm like, huh? You'll know why.
You're suffering. Got it.
I'm not paying attention.
Nah, you're doing your best.
Ow, my leg.
Not your leggy.
Don't forget
Oh,
hero
I will
points.
actually say. Yeah, hero points. I actually
Yeah.
will say, and I kind of hate it, because both as someone who plays an alchemist, but also Uni plays an alchemist, we both picked this ability, and then apparently, like, it's not there anymore. It's like an old skill from Pathfinder, like, test edition for Pathfinder 2 that they're not keeping. And I'm just like,
No.
that's terrible.
Which one is it?
Poison resistance.
What?
Yeah, like, I feel like that's just such a good one for the alchemist. It's like, it makes sense.
Makes sense. You've been eating all sorts of weird shit. You're gonna get some resistance.
Microdosing on those poisons.
Exactly.
I am microdosing on poisons, but also, you know, I'm constantly working with them. I feel like, you know, I would have some tolerance to it.
You are
If I
constantly...
could find it in...
Like, most of the time in alchemy, you are literally cooking the thing that you are making. Which means that that fucking poison is setting out a bunch of fumes.
Like, I was trying to find it when I was trying to rebuild my alchemist when I lost Path Builder stuff. I couldn't find it anywhere until I turned on the legacy option setting, and then it appeared. I was just like, that's stupid.
I'm angry.
The sadness.
I
You
am
need
now
to keep that.
angry.
Yes, the sadness. You need to keep... That's such a, like... it's nothing too special, like, I feel like it is
It's not like
a resistant...
broken.
It's a resistant to, like, a somewhat common element, but it's still just, like, it's not like immunity. It is resistance equal to your level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's broke. That's rude. That's rude.
It's like, alright, when I'm level 20, I'll have 20 resistance to poison. And the dragon breath weapons for me for fucking 80 damage. It's like, well, I still took 60 damage.
I'm gonna
Right.
file a formal complaint.
I'll sign it.
Yes, good. Excellent.
Shall we continue where we left off?
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
time
marching
on
band.
Dragon Ball Z, we turned on a marching band and forgot to clap at the end.
And they took that as you bullying them and telling them that they're terrible and that they should kill themselves. So they now decide to go into battle mode and beat the shit out of you.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Can we clap now?
No, it's too
Now,
late.
too late.
Turn them
No.
off, turn them
Yeah.
off, turn them off.
Can I run behind them?
Wonder that has that as the thing there. Oh well. Gotta reset that macro then.
Okay, the music is a good bop for this.
Yeah?
Thank you. I spent a long time trying to find something that used a little like what would be in marching band music.
It works really well, bro.
It really does.
I found a playlist of another old game that I looked up and I was like, oh cool, a lot of this music is now free to use. It's free use.
Nice.
Hippity hoppity, your music
I've-
is now my property.
Yeah, I went and grabbed a bunch of I grabbed a playlist of it.
Hippity hoppity,
yeah.
your music is now public property.
I feel like I recognize this, but I can't remember what game it's from.
Same?
It's from an MMO, is all I'll say. A kid's MMO, I should say.
Wait, is it like
know, it's a
Wizard
good-
101?
No,
It's-
no,
It's the other one. It's the other 101 game that I
Pirate.
played all the time
Pirate.
as a kid.
Was it
I
Pirate?
was
I was
good.
close.
Yes, Pirate 101. I loved it. I spent way too much time playing that game. But just
How did you fail a
Good.
perception check? How did you fail an initiative?
Oh, sorry.
because it looked like Teku was trying to do his chroma skimmer thing.
Oh, got it. Forgot about that.
Huh. What did I get? What did I roll? Got a 12? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I rolled a 2, so.
Okay, I was like, how did I get higher than Carmen?
Look, me destabilizing the timeline is actually just normal at this point because I am either gonna fucking end up in last anyways, or roll really well and end up in last anyways.
I just want to point out, though, like, I know it's PathFinder, we've said this a lot, but if you're a D&D character, you still rolled a 16 on your initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I doing? No, okay, I'm looking at the character sheet. What am I selecting? A skill set? Where are my
Okay.
skills?
Does anyone have anything special that kicks off at the start of combat?
Can demoralize the person at the start of combat, so I can do that.
Scully does
That's
beg for
reaction.
forgiveness.
I know we're getting to the point where, fucking hell, okay, cool. Alright, so he will be frightened too. But yeah, we are getting to the point where I know a bunch of people have, like, on initiative, this triggers. So.
I don't have
no,
anything. Yeah, I don't have anything like that yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Well-
I know the barbarian gets, like, on initiative, I just go into rage immediately.
Yeah, that is something you can get eventually, but not right now.
Well, Cole has initiative intimidation, and I have initiative bullshittery, and I failed my bullshittery.
Holy shit, you got a max on that.
And that was still a fail?
No.
Oh, I see.
He got a
Yeah, that
natural
was a nat
20.
20.
Jesus Christ, yeah, because, like, my dialogue box was stuck.
Ah.
I
Alright.
think Pathfinder's fine now, it was just having a little issue warming up.
Alright, the old clockwork animatronic that has been repurposed into a giant horn, Chart just begins to march forward, pushing through this, weird, like, old wagon, just, like, crashing it as it goes through it, and walks up behind you, Teku, turns around, draws a old rusty axe, and brings it down on you.
Well, it's rusty, it shouldn't be that structurally integral, right?
Oh no, the tetanus! Oh no, I'm flanked!
20.
Yay!
Alright, you then hear its body begins to chug as, like, the whistle of steam as its motors all begin to, clink together. And you watch as its body kind of folds as the metal then changes on its, to have less of, like, the orchestra body, as it then clangs together to actually close up like a cage, as it takes a defensive form.
Oh.
And that will be its turn. Alright. The little clockwork guy in the back reaches down and picks up one of the rusty rifle cells on the ground. And he's just gonna he's just gonna aim and point at you, Teku.
Yay, I'm the bully target today. This is fine because, you know, I'm like the tank.
Alright, he points at you, and you hear the sound of the rifle bang as the musket shot just flies over and, like, bangs into your shield a bit as it flies near you. Missing. It then begins to click and clack as it turns its musket up towards it and begins to reload it full of gunpowder and shot. Done.
Okay. Let's see. So we remember one of these is a commander, right? It's the one in front of Scully.
Yep, that's the one.
He's dressed like an officer, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go through them all quickly to remind you what they look like. The one in front of Scully has a kind of like officer-like vibe, but he also has this large, weird backpack with like fans coming off it. These guys in the back are tall, lanky spider-like towers, is the best way to put it. So they got a tower-like body with mechanical spider legs, and a single gun turret coming out of their shoulder. The ones that just walked up and attacked Teku have a more like, essentially basic knight-like looking body, so you think they're like more warrior type units. And then the guys in the back have a kind of like more sleek scout-like body with rifles.
Alright.
Okay.
So if you were to give them like things to do in a actual fight, you would say the commander and the two little soldier guys are probably like the frontline guys. The guys in the back with the rifles are probably scouts, and then the spider-like drones are probably artillery.
Yeah.
Artillery. Okay.
Okay. Scully, do you want me to? Oh, actually, no. Ren, do you want me to leave you alone with this big guy, or basically, I'm just like, do you guys want me to attack this guy or this one?
I think maybe if we take down the commander, we'll be good.
I mean, you could, if you want to move right here, you'll be flanking it with Scully.
Yeah, because they weren't really doing anything cohesive before, like, the Bane dude was, like, getting everyone together. So
Well, see,
maybe you're right.
The other thing is that I want to see if I can move him out of the way, because he's flanking Teku, which is putting her in a...
Now, once again, move right here, and then you could grab or push him away. And you would have him flanked, so that would also give you an advantage to doing that. At least I think that's how it would work.
I mean, I believe step is a thing that everyone can do.
Well, I'm just... also, she could just move here and wouldn't have to worry about needing to step because she's right here right now.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh yeah, that too.
I could step to not provoke an opportunity of attack.
That is true. So should I focus on this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Oh god, why did it go away? I double-clicked my character sheet and it disappeared.
Oh no!
No! It disappeared!
Alright.
It actually probably minimized, actually.
Yeah, I like the
No,
little
it was
feature of
already
them.
it was already minimized.
Oh.
So
yeah.
it disappeared.
It went away.
Yeah, it
Guess
went.
you could close then.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know how. Anyways,
Alright, you begin to rage.
yep. And then I'm going to. You know what? Cause mentioning of I'm going to step into his
Alright,
range.
alright. Smart idea, because he has attack of opportunity.
Ooh.
Okay. And now I'm going to do my bread and butter of just regular stuff.
Eat his ass.
A combat grab hit. Let me make sure I target him.
Oh, I
Why-
apologize. This is actually a lot funnier than I thought it was. Okay, the weird backpack he has on doesn't have two giant fans coming out. They look more like strange pipes, and you see water kind of like dripping from them.
Oh,
There's
okay.
It's a
Okay.
Oh shit.
It's a lot funnier how he does this.
I have a feeling I know what it is, and I'm gonna try to lock it down quickly. Combat grab, yeah. Please hit. Yeah!
Critical hit.
Good.
So he's restrained.
Yeah.
Okay. Good news and bad news. The good news
Oh.
is he is restrained.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
What is the bad news? He doesn't take
He's a
bleeding.
He's a robot. He does not have blood.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's that much I figured. So, yeah.
Okay, so will he be slowed? He is slowed one.
Neat.
Good.
Restrained and
he will be
slowed.
off guard.
Neat.
Okay, he is restrained. He is slowed. All right. You come up and just take this rust bucket completely off guard, and he just kind of like bangs back, and your whip wraps around him.
Yeah.
You have him locked down.
I need to change that because I'm never gonna use this.
Lamau.
Hmm. Let's see what else I can do because he doesn't bleed. He's not scared.
That
Oh,
very
that's
quiet.
good enough here.
You mouth fills with oil.
Oh yeah, no. Break my fangs against his metal chassis.
I mean, your fangs are magic now, so you probably actually would puncture him. It's just that instead of getting tasty blood, you would just get motor oil.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very yummy or nutritious, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, they're
okay.
steam powered, so you just get like boiling water.
That's even worse!
Alright, I'm just gonna press the advantage, I guess. Like, I have other things, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm ever gonna use them. It's the sad part. Oh, okay, that's just a natural quit.
So I'm gonna be honest. I have reached the point in my character where I'm like, I don't know what to give my character anymore when it comes to features and stuff.
Yes.
And I completely blame D&D.
I removed the blood for you, Blue, so you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, it does it automatically. So
No,
don't
I did
worry.
that.
Yeah, no, what I mean is, when I do the damage to him, it says I'm immune to bleed. It doesn't give him bleed damage anyway.
Ah, okay, fair enough. And,
Another 28 damage.
does he get slowed again?
If he fails his constitution, I believe so. You also feel, as you're, like, beating on him, you just feel like you're doing, even without the bleed being calculated, you just seem to be doing a little bit less damage. You think this guy is a bit more tanky than when it comes to, like, regular damage.
Okay. He must be resistant to something.
Oh, alright, he's slowed again.
Okay, he's effectively locked down. If
You
want
are
to
not
move away
allowed to
from-
move!
Yep, pretty much.
So the reason I say I blame D&D is because, you know, D&D campaigns kind of end quick. You don't really get to good high levels.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of my stuff and I'm like, I kind of already do that.
I'm gonna have to take a good look at my character and be like, okay, I need to come up with real solutions here.
I think I will only change stuff when we reach the next level, though. I'm not gonna do it like right now.
Same.
Same.
That's when you do it anyway, so yeah, you're good.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. But I'm looking at stuff and I'm just like, when am I ever gonna use it?
What was that doing?
Oh, that's Ren's phone.
I always forget that's his sound.
Boy,
Yep.
Oi.
usually I, just have my phone on silent all the time. I'm expecting news.
Oh, good news?
No.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
To be fair, the worst news already passed by.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay,
I do not
Fair
like to talk about
enough.
my private life when live.
fair.
As you should. Alright.
Sorry about that. Someone came to talk to me.
You're
I
fine.
gotcha.
I was given awful news.
Oh.
Oven broke down, and we're waiting for it to get a new motherboard to get fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which means we can't make cookies. The worst news.
Oh, that is
Lord.
the worst news.
Absolutely terrible news.
Alright, where was I? Clockwork Tower Gunner. This guy is going to take aim. Dunn is probably the best person to shoot right now.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
you watch as he kind of uses his spider legs to extend himself upwards. So he gets a bit taller.
Oh, holy shit! Okay.
Oh my god,
That's
that's
so cool!
That is
That's
cool.
so cool.
That is cool.
The large cannon on his shoulder then slowly rocks down and aims at you, Dunn. And you just watch as heat and energy kind of like begins to flare up in it, as you all smell gunpowder. As then a loud cannonball bang goes off and flies at you.
Oh, no.
So, oof.
Oh, well, you know what? That makes sense.
All right, Dunn.
It's
You will
making up
take-
for the 2 crits I got.
You get blasted in the face of a cannonball for 44 damage, which then explodes
Oh,
and does
no.
10 splash damage to everything around you.
Oh goodness.
Oh. Does that
So
mean even
you'll take-
the commander?
You'll take 10, Scully takes 10, oh, Scully takes
Ow.
8. Where does Scully take 8? Oh,
Resisting to piercing.
Resistant. Yeah.
Teku, oh wait, hang on, Teku has a shield up. Oh, splash goes through shields, never mind.
Huh.
Ooh.
Well, I
And
learned
the
something.
commander will take no damage because he is resistant.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
Okay.
That is how. Alright, the clockwork will begin to chug along, and you actually hear the sound of going for its chassis, the sound of a cannonball lock in, and rise up through the tower into the gun from where it's being stored in its nearest legs. And it begins to charge another shot at you, Dunn.
Oh, Lord.
33 will hit.
God damn.
Another explosion goes off, dealing 17 damage to Dunn, and then 3 damage to everyone else.
Okay.
Except for Scully, who takes 1.
Yeah.
And the commander takes nothing.
Yeah, that one wasn't so bad, thankfully.
Alright, Scully.
Yes, I am ready. I'm gonna go ahead and target this guy. Well, actually, I think I probably should go where Carmen is.
Step.
Try to turn
Step, right, step.
Try to turn him
Step.
off.
Actually, can I try and roll to turn him off?
You can, but because you're in combat, the DC is going to be a lot higher than it was to turn him off back on. Because he is, swinging a fucking sword in your face.
Can you give me a guesstimate on the DC?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You'll know when you crit it.
I'll also let you know even if you do crit it, much like lockpicking, there is going to be stages to it, so it's not just going to be an instant. You get a crit once and he turns off immediately.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna blow him up.
If you're gonna move away from him, step away from him. Meaning
I'm
you
gonna
can only
step.
move a square.
Get a step.
So the best would be diagonal, most likely.
A step.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm gonna chuck a thing at him. Quick retrieve. I go pew pew.
You'll miss.
I still get the splash though.
Yep. So he'll take 4 splash damage, and the tower behind him will take 4 splash damage.
Excellent. Also, my brain is, again, working on Pokemon logic. They're steel type, so fire, right?
Hello.
Yes, totally.
Alright, well,
Oh my God.
critical miss. You
Okay,
will not be
that's
getting
my
the
turn.
splash on that one.
That's my turn.
Alright.
Oh lord, I
Alright,
might actually have to change that too.
Okay, so he'll spend 2 actions getting rid of his slowed, so he has 1 left. I need to read how this works. Fruity egg. Oh, that's really funny.
Oh god.
Alright, done. As you are holding this robot, you watch as his backpack begins to chug and spurn to life as the water dripping begins to drip a little bit faster and faster. And suddenly like someone turned on a hose. These 2 blasts of water come through and smack into the ground at his feet. And the pressure just keeps getting higher and higher until he begins to lift off the ground a little bit. Done.
Water jetpack.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to continue holding him, or will you let him go? If you continue to hold him, you'll be going with him.
Go. Take the free flight.
Was that a free? Wait, does that count as movement?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a one action thing.
So, it is that. So, I'll read it out. Water jump. The clockwork buccaneer has a full tank of water, which he does, because he's been hooked up to the fountain this whole time.
Uh-huh.
Alright. The clockwork buccaneer jumps 60 feet into the air, propelling itself through the sky. This will empty the entire tank of water. And a creature grappling the creature or being grappled by the buccaneer goes with it. Upon reaching an altitude of 60 feet, both the buccaneer and whoever they are holding or holding onto the buccaneer plummet to the ground and take full damage equal to the distance
yeah.
fell on.
Yeah, maybe don't hold on.
I was like, oh, maybe if I hold on, I can just turn big and lessen the fall, but I don't know if that's gonna really help. So
fall damage is a bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fall. So
fair enough.
he's going
okay,
to fall.
I'll
He's
let
going
him
to
go.
fall 30 feet, essentially. So
I'll let him
if you go with him, you'll take 30 damage.
Let him go.
Team Rocket blasts off again. He shoots up into the sky
Hang on,
and comes.
I'm
crashing
gonna
down into the
opportunity
mountain.
attack.
Wait, is that that does count as opportunity, right?
Yep, you'll both get an attack on him.
Okay.
He shoots off like a firework and it comes falling back to Earth and crashes into the fountain.
All right.
I was debating.
Oh!
between-
Woo! He's off guard now!
Oh, fuck. I did not have him targeted. Does the 25 hit?
25 will match, so you just hit him.
Woo!
Oh. I tried to hit damage.
He's off guard for... Yeah,
Another turn.
because... Well, yeah, because of this.
Okay, so 16 damage becomes 6. 33 will become 23. Oh, he's looking rough. Oh, and he's slowed again.
Good.
As he crashes into the fountain, and you watch as, like, you know, just the effect of hitting the ground, he will take... Let's see, so half of 60 is 30, so he'll take 15 damage, as it is halved again from his resistance. But then you watch as automatically upon standing in the water from the fountain begins to rush into his legs. It begins to fill up his jetpack again.
He's gonna attempt to jump again.
Alright,
I was hoping
Cannon
that you know the smack from the staff would do more simply because it's bludgeoning as opposed to piercing.
you know what, Carmen hasn't been shot yet. Shoot Carmen.
Oh, that means
Okay.
Scully gets shot again!
And I can't
Alright.
dodge, because that's way too much for me to get out of there. Darn.
Carmen will take 27 damage, 13 splash damage, and Scully will take 11 splash damage.
Ow.
He will reload another cannonball and shoot again. 30 to hit.
Darn it. Can't dodge that one either.
Carmen takes 21. Takes
Oh, yeah.
Splash damage, and Scully takes 4.
Ow.
Alright, Carmen's turn.
E.
Fucking hell.
Okay, what was I doing?
Well, drop off a big at full health.
That's rude. I'm
And
learning.
Free movement to move there, and now we'll blast the dude I was gonna blast.
Yeah.
And we are going to
Ooh.
re-roll that.
So I point out on that, even with that one,
Better.
the word hit actually came up on that. For me. Like, it was still a miss, but because it was a hit but also a critical miss, it was just a regular miss rather than a critical miss.
Amazing.
Alright. You blast him for 21 damage.
Alright, next one.
Critical hit. Oof, 54 damage. He is still standing somehow.
Yeah, that's my turn, because I would have scanned them as well, so... That's all my abilities right there. He is
With
almost
your
dead.
scan, you will learn that he was level 6, and he is resistant 5 to all physical damage.
Ah.
Well, he also needs to roll and not be stunned.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, he will be stunned. And his frightened will also go up to 3. Alright. I'm going to step towards Tackle and take a swing.
In this case, a machine can't feel fear, I guess.
Why did I program
Oof.
fear?
Hey, that's a
Alright,
robot who just screams.
Musketeer.
But why?
Musketeer will grab a rifle, and he will take a shot at Tackle. Critical miss, he will reload and fire again. Ugh, 24, he will miss.
Come hither, for it is the wall. Can I try to freeze the fountain with a ray of frost?
So I won't let you freeze the entire fountain, but I'll say if you roll high enough, you can freeze the water near where he is draining it and prevent him from draining any more water.
I will attempt that.
Alright.
Oh shit, when did that happen?
What happened?
I have frostbite, not ray of frost. What?
Ray of Frost sounds like it's a...
I believe Ray of Frost is a D&D term.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's been renamed to.
An orb of fighting cold coalesces around your target. Well, I'll use it.
So under your where it says Magnus spell, see where there's like a dice with plus 15 next to it?
Under my what now?
See where Frostbite is? Just
Yep.
above that, see it has a dice with plus 15 on it.
In my character sheet?
Yep, so like go Frostbite, Infection, Ignition, Warp Step, and then just above that, there should be something that says Spell DC, and then there's a dice.
Yeah.
Click on the dice. So that'll be your spell attack against the water. 23. I will say you have slowed his ability, so he won't be able to get a full tank of water this turn, but he's still draining water.
Alright.
So it'll take him 2 turns to drain up the water rather than 1.
And since it is targeted on him, can you please give me this fortitude save, which I'm pretty sure he'll succeed.
You said you're attacking the water, not him.
Okay. In that case, I will attempt to... Actually, Ophira will Foxfire him.
Okay.
We're not...
What?
Is Foxfire range?
Yeah.
Oh, I
believe
didn't
it
know
is.
that. Okay. I thought it was like...
Oh, 25 hits.
I think you got it.
He will take 9 damage.
And this guy that Carmen shot, I will smack with my staff.
Okay. That'll hit. You will crack him across the head and he'll fall over to the ground.
Good.
Okay, there's one down.
And that will be my turn.
You hear a fizzle and a pop as these circuit trees in his neck snap and crack. The wires break and he crashes to the ground, and you just see like the hot boiling water of the cooling system going through his body just start leaking out everywhere.
A little horrifying.
Alright. You didn't have your shield raised anymore, so
Nope.
turn that off. And he is going to give you a smack with the rusty halberd.
Reactive shield.
Damn it.
26 will miss. 25 will miss. And 25 will miss again. Rifle guy is going to shoot at them this time.
Oh.
He will miss. But then he is going to activate his final charge as a loyal member of the Militaris, as he attaches bayonets and charges.
Oh.
Dramatic much?
So he equips his bayonet and charges at you, done, and stabs at Lee.
Is this a new... Oh no, it hasn't come back to me yet. Never mind.
Nope.
Alright.
Also, bayonet charge goes through attacks of opportunity.
I did not know that. Okay.
He misses by one.
Fair enough.
He was gonna look so cool. Oh well. That's
Yeah,
okay.
he ain't gonna.
Then we'll heal for 5.
I suggested chasing down a guy who was going to jet.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
No, he is currently right there still. So you can either chase him down or still want to get him close and start bashing those guys with the cannons.
No, ignore the cannons, that everyone's doing damage.
I think... Okay, so...
Ignore the cannons so I can shoot you some more.
Nah. So I'm gonna do this. It's gonna make me even bigger target, but it'll make sense in a moment. I promise.
It's gonna grow.
Yeah.
Well, you are the tank, so this is kind of the thing we want to do.
Yeah.
A part of me wants you to not
What, to move?
grow,
Why?
because then we will all be right next to you.
Not really,
No,
depending on where you...
So, Ren, what I'm gonna do is grow and step forward.
Alright, well then me and Scully will be next to you.
I mean...
You do what you will do.
Hey, Scully, do you want to kill the commander since he's near death and I worried on this tank? The shooting tanker?
I can go for him.
might be
I
better-
can't.
What happened?
I was looking at the cannon guys, and they have another attack. It's a melee attack. I'm like, what is it? I couldn't understand it. It's a pun on pistol whip. It's called cannon whip.
Ah.
Basically,
Whips
fight
you with-
with the gun.
Yes, he whips you with the gun.
Hold on.
Took me a second.
Wait. I forgot I have have something that I might actually just... It is a... Is it a line?
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at the Ring of Ram.
Ring of
Is it-
Ram.
Er-
It's a cone.
Oh, it's a cone! Okay, I need to see.
Oh.
I need to see how that...
Hang on, let me just read it. The ram-shaped blast of force targets one foe that you can see within 60 feet.
Mm.
2 stages does more damage, and you can push the target 5 feet. Using all 3 actions, it becomes a 30-foot cone.
Ah, okay. Let me
So if
see.
you use all 3 actions on it, you would shoot it as a cone rather than at one target and get a bunch of people.
You said it's
Ooh.
a 30-feet cone?
Yep.
Wait, how... Am I doing this correct, or... Oh, okay. So, it is quite literally like that.
So you
How do I
can do it
move
like
it?
that. Hover over it, hold control, and then use the mouse wheel.
Okay. So... Oh, I got rid of it. Damn it.
So you could do like that if you wanted to get everyone on the right. If you wanted to get both cannons, you could do.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll get
the one
mine.
she has right now has a pretty good...
So if you did
Yeah.
that, you'd get both towers and the commander.
Mhm.
If you did that, you would get 1 tower, the commander, and both the gunners.
That one gets the most.
If you did that, it would make me really happy.
Of course that would make you happy, but I don't
Yeah?
want to do that. I think I might aim for the most.
That way?
Anything that makes the GM happy is a
Yeah.
Okay, it's fortitude saves, so let me go down the line.
And
Oof. Fail. Fail. Critical failure. And failure, so...
they all failed.
It is the 96 force damage you click on. So, okay, so... Negation for critical failure. Success, unaffected. Half damage for success. Failure, full damage. Critical failure, double damage. Alright, so the riflers will take double damage. And they are pushed back 10 feet. So, he's thrown over here. Double damage on him. He's thrown back 10 feet. On a regular fella, it's pushed back 5 feet. So, regular damage on the tower. He's knocked back. And the commander is going to blow up.
Yeah, I think that
Nice.
worked out really well.
Yup.
Yeah, it was a good use of 3 actions.
I checked
Yeah.
out.
There you go.
Okay,
Well.
before that,
The commander blew up. Cries in sadness.
Sad violin music, which is very fitting for
Okay.
this scenario.
commander lost. When the commander is destroyed, all units immediately attack the closest target to them, friend or foe,
Oh.
and then become stunned once.
Oh.
So,
So pushing them back is also probably really easy. I'm sorry, Taku.
No, actually,
alright,
well, Teku's gonna get hit once, but the closest thing to those 2 musketeers is that one cannon dude right there.
Yeah.
so, okay, Clockwork Soldier will attack Teku.
Rude.
32 will hit.
Rude.
16 damage, but you are blocking.
I will disarming shield.
Okay.
Disarming block. There we go. You attempt to disarm. So I click disarm
So he's-
or
I've already done it.
ah.
Wait, oh, you attempt to, yep, so hang on. Make the athletics check here. Failure, so he gets to hold on to his halberd.
Darn.
Okay.
Rude.
Alright, Clockwork Cannon. Well, closest thing to him is the rifle.
Yes.
So he's gonna cannon whip him.
It crits him. And it's dead. Of course.
Next one is this guy. 15, 15, 15, 20. Alright, there's 3 things close to him he's gonna roll. 1 will be Scully, 2 will be Dunn, and 3 will be the other gunner.
Alright. They're gunner. Damn it.
Damn.
Alright, he's going to shoot Scully.
Rude.
Alright, you'll take 34,
Damn.
9 splash, and Carmen will also get hit by the splash.
Damn.
Ouch.
And then the rifler, pretty sure. Yep, he will shoot at the gunner.
Yeah,
Yes.
miss.
But
Everyone else now
Yeah.
gets stunned?
they all become slowed 1,
Ah.
or stunned 1. Start of the turn. turn is lost. He's going to shoot done.
Oh. Ah.
54 damage and 7 splash, and then 7 splash to Tekker. And that'll be his full action because he has done 1, so... Scully.
I'm gonna take an oil of unlife, because I don't like how close this is getting. I am immediately popping one of these in my mouth.
Is it your made one or your bought one?
This is a made one.
Okay,
I mean,
let him
what I
be
meant
more
was-
specific. Is this
Did you-
a regent or you used actual items to craft?
This is a regent.
Okay,
Okay.
roll for it.
I just rolled.
She did. 20. Alright,
Okay.
and healing.
I am no longer as bad. I am gonna go ahead and return fire to this bitch. And I'm gonna chuck an alchemist fire at his face. I'm re-rolling that!
Okay. You do have a hero point to re-roll.
Yeah.
No one else has remembered to give theirs ones yet.
I already
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
There we go.
critical hit.
Excellent. Fuck you.
did.
So he'll take 18 damage and pull. Hang on. Okay, yep. Yeah, you're next to him.
Okay, I'm gonna now chuck another fire at his face.
You'll miss, but you'll get the splash.
Good. I have returned some damage that he gave me, but mark my words, he will suffer.
Alright, he is. So, 1 turn is spent on stun. He just shot Scully, so he has spent a turn reloading. And then he will be able to shoot again. He's gonna shoot Scully for shooting him. It's a
Oh,
cycle
dear.
rush, see. 36, so 21, 8,
Ow.
and 8. Alright, got him.
Alright.
He'll take full fire, and he's still on fire.
Reload. Yeah, that's a success, so I'll take that.
Alright, he's present. That is it.
Alright. Ugh. Tanky sort of feller. That took care of it, thank goodness.
Alright. You hear him begin to rail and pop, and his head just explodes off his shoulder and flies off into the distance as the Talbot crashes down into the dirt.
Well, there's one down.
Alright, the lone gunman will aim at Tekker. He is going to be a hero, he says, as he goes to shoot Tekker. He missed by 1.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying.
He will reload, and then he is stunned, so he loses his last action. Alright, Tekker.
Well, I am the wall. I will attempt to ignition this guy right next to me. Ignition at melee. Critical. Fucking
Hey,
now.
wow.
You know what? I'm a fucking reroll that one.
I mean, you got 3 hero points, but it looks of it.
Yep. There's the hero point.
Oh!
That's...
And of course, once again, the dice just hate Ren for some stupid reason.
Are they Wade? Are you playing hard?
I am always playing hard mode, but
Yep.
it's my life.
Yeah, the dice just for some reason really do not like Ren sometimes.
It's
Like, they just
insane.
concentrate on him at the most critical points.
I will...
We are, of course,
I mean,
used
to be
it,
fair,
right?
I have missed multiple hits on Red today by 1 point.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the mitigating factor. I'm just saying that this has just been happening so much that Ren no longer cares.
I will Arcane Cascade.
Okie dokie.
And that is my turn.
Sorry.
Alright. He's gonna bonk you, Ren.
Emergency charge.
No, he missed anyway.
I don't think you would have needed it anyway.
I'm actually not allowed to. I'm not allowed to up my shield until he fucking actually does get into one that.
No, you're just too good at the game, I'm afraid. You can't hit you.
I am the
You
literal
are-
wall.
Alright, you
Gotta go after that cannon.
Okay,
I mean, if you want to drink blood, you can drink some Carmen's blood.
No! I don't think that...
Done? Drink another fox's
Like-
blood?
No! That's inappropriate!
By looking around, that's everyone. Carmen's don't think the only one who's probably bleeding at this point.
That's inappropriate. That's like cheating. That's gonna move to this guy here. I'm waiting.
For what?
Okay, he does not.
She was waiting for a reactive strike.
He's a cat.
Look! Anything can probably have a reactive strike.
He's the robotic rook chess piece. He doesn't get a strike.
Alright. Combat grab.
Maybe he's special.
And you crit him.
Smacked him.
Nice.
Alright. So. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Okay, he's nearly dead. In one hit.
Nice.
He's slowed and off guard.
Nice. And I'm gonna push the advantage.
Oh, hang on, let me grab him as well.
Oh.
Well, you hit him anyway.
I don't know if it like matters or not if the grab.
Even if it was like, you would need like a +5 to be able to get a crit on that, so.
Okay, fair enough.
No worries,
Yeah,
then.
anyway.
Oh, cool, he's dead. And that's my turn.
Excellent. Excellent,
Alright,
excellent.
you whip around his gun and with a big yank just tear it off. Where the oil spurts out the side and he comes crashing down as well.
Cool.
Alright, the threats have been neutralized. Now there's only the hero in the back and this guy who is just really struggling with Hector. Scully.
I'm taking another oil of life.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Scully, I'm half health. Must heal me. I'm pretty sure my
This is
health
why
is
I
Not feeling too great.
This is
Yeah.
an oil of life.
So,
That
before you
I-
roll, you say Scully's, you're dying and all that. You still have more health than Scully, given that you're...
I was gonna say my current health is probably similar to Scully.
No, I'm dying. I am always dying.
Fair enough.
I am already dead, so I'm always dying.
Fair enough.
Entropy.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and use an oil of unlife that I used resources, like actual resources, to make.
Okay.
Do I still roll for that?
Yes. And I'll just do the math. Is 34, I believe.
Yay! I'm no longer on the verge of death.
If not, the chat can help me.
Yay!
You did the math wrong, idiot. It was 36.
Nah, it's good. I am no longer dying. Okay, can I hit this dude from here with just my throwing arm?
20
Yep.
feet.
20 feet.
I can
I
just
believe
chuck
you
it
can.
at him. So I kind of want to try something other than fire, despite my Pokemon logic.
Yeah?
I'm gonna
Well, they
try
are full of
chucking.
water.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm still gonna use Pokemon logic, just a different kind.
Well, I think that'll hit.
Did it?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. See, water is weak to electricity. Yeah, that didn't do much. Ow. What?
Oh, he actually is weak to electricity, apparently.
Yes! Pokemon logic wins.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yep, they're actually, they're water steel types, that's why the fire didn't do as much damage because the water resistance.
Oh, frick, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna chuck another one.
That hits.
Yeah!
So that's 18 damage and 9 damage.
Take that, bitch. That's my turn.
Alright, Carmen.
Alright. I can move up here. And take aim at this dude, spook him.
No, Cole, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
And I get him with a 2. Now we shoot at him. And still hit my 3.
He lives.
And we will fire at him with the other gun. And that will crit him. So no bayonet charge for him, I'm going to guess.
He only had 5 HP. You didn't have to do him like that.
His head explodes. That's Carmen's turn.
Alright, Deco. It's down to
Uh,
you and this guy.
I will once again attempt to ignite him.
Alright. That's it.
Yay! And then I will attempt to smack him with my staff.
I mean,
Oh,
he's dead.
he's dead.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, you can still smack his body.
Alright. And with that, the clockwork's dealt with.
Yay!
Nice.
Great job, team.
You know what? It's
Yeah,
only
they don't got
appropriate that they actually were playing 1812's Overture.
Yeah.
They did use a lot of that canon in that song.
Shabarsky, no.
Alright. So that was 2 riflers, 2 soldiers,
Ah, that's going to
2
be...
cannoneers, and a buccaneer. Alright. You all get 110 XP.
Yay!
Nice. That's
Hey, 830.
830.
Yep.
Neat.
Yay!
Are we allowed to technically loot these guys?
They do have stuff on them. I'm going
So-
to take the guy's bayonets and put them on Carmen's guns.
Can I
Fair
crafting
enough.
check them?
You might actually have to deal with the big guys, Uni, because their stuff is integrated. So if we want them, you might have
That's
to
why
be
I'm
the one.
asking if I could do like crafting checks on him to do it.
You can.
Yeah.
Look up how integrated works.
Yeah. Where's the party loot? I'm just gonna start
Loot that body.
taking.
Go loot that body.
Let's say integrated.
Oh, it's a. Okay.
Let's say it is attached and cannot be removed by normal means. Yep.
Take that. Yep. Move it on. I'm not gonna deal with that, and we put that here. I might actually.
Loot that body.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, Scully, you are unable to do it with a crafting check,
Oh.
as integration requires a thievery check to undo.
What?
Oh, so that might
Carmen,
actually be
get over here.
Carmen.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second. Now I'm gonna move some stuff to party loot.
good.
Because I'm a little over encumbered here.
Genuinely
Yeah,
surprised by
that's
that.
fair.
I'm gonna heal the team.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah, heal.
throw this in here 'cause I'm gonna need it now. Okay, that takes me off encumbered. Because I'm just going to be putting these bayonets on my guns. I can stab
nice.
with them.
Fair enough.
Turn them into
I don't know
melee.
how you attach them to things, but we'll figure it out in a second.
I'm pretty sure my crafting could do it.
Yes, it probably could.
Honestly, I'm surprised
It's
that it's a thievery check.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I just target this one. No, I can't target it, it's dead. But I'll just roll a thievery check anyway.
So you need to spend 10 minutes and a thievery check to take off a piece of integrated equipment from something.
oh, well, that means we're probably gonna be here for a little bit.
25.
25. What level will these weapons? They are removed, so you spend the 10 minutes and you're able to remove this guy's pistol and mace attachments.
Oh, neat.
Yep, there we go.
So
You
does that
have
mean
to do a different check to the other one. So you have to spend 10
Alright.
minutes on that guy as well.
I'm gonna move
yeah,
that into the party loot since you
Yep.
took it?
You can integrate you can take off the integrated weaponry now.
Yay.
And in that time,
That
you
was
can do the actual bit of healing in that 10 minutes.
nice.
Thank you, continuous healing.
Yep. Blue. When you want to deal with like like exchange a rune on a weapon,
Yep.
does that mean you end up destroying the rune? It's either you destroy the weapon or you destroy the rune, I think, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so alright. Well, that's gonna probably end up being destroyed then.
Because when you replace, like, if you get like a +2 weapon rune and stick it into your sword, it destroys the +1 weapon rune. You can't just like pull out the +1 weapon and put it into something else.
Fair enough.
Right.
Why is Merryweather injured?
What?
Merryweather's injured?
Why is Merryweather injured?
Oh, I forgot about this.
He went out during the night when you were sleeping and got into a fight with a rat.
And my baby lost!
No, it got injured. There, we don't know what happened to the rat.
You know what? True. Could have had that rat for a snack.
Hey, Uni, at least it wasn't
no,
trying to fight a bat.
Yeah.
DM's overruling, he lost the fight against the rat. That's why he came home. He got bit.
At least he didn't try to fight a bat and almost kill himself.
Oh no.
That was very funny. For context, her pet lion, she's decided to have him just like, because I had some downtime, I was like, hey, he's gonna jump up and like bite a bat. So I had him do an acrobatics check, and he rolled a 1 and fell out and hit himself in the head. I was like, alright, I'll roll the full damage. And I think I did like max 4 damage, and at the time that was like 12 damage for like, you know, a 10 HP line or something like that, so he fucking knocked himself out.
Baby!
Yeah, he nearly killed himself.
Yeah.
Baby, no, that's bad!
It was funny, but it was
Very
bad.
funny. Very funny, but oh my god.
But yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. That's hilarious.
Ren, would you want the pizza heated up?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Alright. With that though, the excitement in the town has been dealt with.
Yay!
You decide to pitch your tents and make camp for the night, where you get your full night's rest.
Squeak.
Yippee.
So you can take a full rest if you like.
Yeah, I think it brings me back up to pretty much full health.
Boom, 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 boom,
I'm
boom.
missing 1 HP, basically.
You're muted.
Sorry, I'm still missing. Like maybe
I mean,
20?
I can do another heal on you too. It's been a
that's
long
true.
rest.
Yeah.
Run rolls a 1, stabs you both in the face.
Yeah.
You know.
Carmen walks up with her 1 HP missing. I have a boo-boo.
You want a bigger boo boo?
I think that's enough. Exactly enough.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, oops.
Ah.
I mean,
Yeah, whatever.
wait. Did I not? What the fuck?
Wondering how I combine these
There we
bayonets with my
go.
gun.
Being weird.
I guess we both have things that we want Scully to take a look at.
Yep. I'm on it. Dame.
Dame.
Yeah, I'm just
I want
don't
Scully.
know how it works.
What do you want to?
Unless
What do you want to attach the thing to?
I was just gonna. I was gonna attach one to one of my tiger claws and one to the hand cannon, because there's 2 of them.
Attached. Scully can just give me a crafting check, but you're probably gonna get this because it's fucking DC 15. So I don't think you can fail. Yep.
I failed. Sorry.
Led.
There you go. Bayonets are attached.
Nice.
For me, I have the +2 striking Frost Bastard sword, and I'm gonna remove the Frost rune.
Okay. That would also be crafting, I presume?
Arcana actually.
Arcana?
Actually, no,
Oh, my Arcana.
You got magical crafting now, so you can use
Yeah.
crafting. Yes.
Yay! Sorry, I failed.
Is it considered removed?
Yep, I've taken it off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Which one did you take it off of?
Your sword, didn't I?
The Frost Bastard. Not my current one. Not the Blood Warden,
Oops.
Just-
Did you have a greater frost on it, or was it regular frost?
I think it was greater.
Alright.
Wait,
Yeah,
was it greater?
I think it was.
E.
Yeah, what am I taking out? The frost bastard sword.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm essentially building up a second sword just in case.
Just in case.
Alright.
Yeah.
Scully, you spent some time, and with a bit of technique, you break off the frost rune. The sword loses its chill touch, and then you watch as the rune kind of crumbles to dust in your hand, as it was severed from the weapon.
Yep.
At least
Alright.
you have ice cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's everything I wanted. Where'd that go?
What'd you lose?
I will
Liga.
have...
There you go.
Disappeared into the void.
It's a
hairband.
Hairband, yeah.
Yeah, Heritage.
Oh, hairband. Well, I mean, it's a hairband, of course it disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
That's
You
what-
got a point.
On our path, I will have Scully repair my shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Scully repairs your shield because I think even with a 1 she succeeds.
Yeah.
Alright. And with that, you guys do a few more days of travel. So another tour. Nothing really interesting happens during that travel, but eventually, leaving this kind of like forested, open plains occasionally, and kind of hilly region you've been walking through. Kind of this mix of the three that's, so, you know, sometimes you're in hills, sometimes it's forest, sometimes it's open plains. But eventually you begin to smell the open ocean. As you reach a river and begin to follow it down until you see a massive city built along the coastline. As you guys have arrived at Daggermoon.
Yay!
Ooh, Daggermoon.
Hey.
So, you see this massive half-circle shaped city that's built along the coast that kind of like hugs into it. The city you see, it kind of like wraps around as it hugs the coastline, but it forms around this natural bay has been built by the land. These two like arms of the land kind of like wrap around and allow this like big ball of water the city is built around to like have formed, where you see like trade ships coming and going through this like natural port.
Nice.
On one of the mouth arms, you see this huge lighthouse tower has been built out, and you reckon both on its size and even it's currently off at stay time, but you reckon that ships all the way to the horizon to be able to see this thing. On the opposite end, though, it is like one part mansion, one part fortress. But there is just this like huge, not quite a castle, but this huge palace fortress is built that runs the length of it. The city itself is quite old looking in its like architectural design. But just from where you can see, like people are coming and going into the city at all times. But the big like landmark of Daggermoon you see, the city's actually split in two as what is probably the best way to describe like a modern day freeway runs right through the middle of the city. And the city is built on like like it is just this huge road that runs right through the middle of the city.
Interesting.
And even from like how far you guys are kind of like looking down at the city, you can just see a bustling crowd of people wandering up and down this road.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, guys, are we siding with the west or the east?
What?
Oh no, I shouldn't.
Well, each side's the sharks and the right sides are the eagles. You have to learn how to click and dance at people.
Shit, I don't think I have good performance. Hang on, guys, I gotta take 2 weeks off to fucking retrain.
Wait, let me see. That's fine.
I probably have the highest performance out of anyone.
I think you do.
I don't think anyone got that reference I made.
No, I understood the reference.
Yeah, I understand West Side. Never watched it, but I understand it.
I don't always know.
I unfortunately.
I have made jokes to people who are like my age and older. I'd be like, they'll get this right, and they just look at me. I'm like, oh,
What was it
okay.
reference to?
West Side Story?
West Side.
No, I don't know about it. Sorry.
To be fair, it's a musical.
Yeah,
definitely people pay attention to those. Yeah.
It's an old play. It's an old movie. Basically, it's rival gangs. Member from one gang falls in love with a member from the other gang.
Footloose?
I mean, yeah, kinda. Romeo and Juliet.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Eventually.
yeah.
It's like Romeo and Juliet meet like greaser culture.
Yeah, that is the best way to say it. Greaser culture.
Isn't that Grease?
No, greaser as in like the bikers with the mullets
Yeah,
and the fucking
no.
leather jackets.
No. I mean
Yeah, no.
Grease the movie. The movie / musical, whatever.
Okay, yeah, but Grease isn't really Romeo and Juliet because they aren't rivals.
Okay, fair.
Look, when you said Greece, ? My brain went to the location.
Alright. Well, you guys arrive in... Basically, you enter one of the main gates into the city.
Oh.
Immediately, right away, you were just, like, overwhelmed by the smell of, like, the seaside. As this entire town looks like it is built on the back of its massive ocean trade.
Huh.
Ah, fish.
Well, fish, but also the fact that it's a trade port, essentially. So, every ship coming and going from this region of the world probably come through here.
Oh.
What sights are there to take in aside from
I see shops.
Yeah.
I saw the shops too.
Look, I was already looking at them. But yeah, what is it there to look, or what would be normally?
As you enter into the city, from the... What side would I say you guys came through? Let's see.
By the looks of it, the east.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go to Eastern Gate. You guys come through.
Huh.
Yeah, good.
So this isn't like the big freeway road. This is just like one of the regular roads that you guys were traveling along. But looking around, you see that you appear to be in some, like, the merchant quarters as you enter. As you see a number of shops are set up around the place.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing that you would see as you enter in through this gate is kind of wrapped around like a roundabout in the middle of the area is this large fountain. Is this huge star-shaped fountain, which each point of the star then ends in a statue of some individual, but each one is like dressed in like essentially adventuring gear is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 6 individuals in total, but the one that catches your eye out of all of them currently is missing a head and is heavily graffitied.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh no. That's interesting.
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second. Who the hell is missing a head?
The
A statue.
statue.
A statue.
Oh.
So, obviously, one of these adventurers isn't well liked.
Yeah.
Well, somebody got a problem with somebody.
Sorry, I see that there's a flight school.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Wait, what on? Oh my god. Give me.
Continue.
Yep, as you're walking past one of the stores done, you see that it has this massive statue of a Pegasus out the front. And you're watching, like, a lot of kids, but also, like, other people, like, who are shopping there, buying, like, boots with little wings on them, and they, like, kick off the ground and fly away for a little bit before landing back down again.
I feel like children shouldn't have access to that.
Same.
I mean,
That can
how are they
only
gonna
end
learn?
well, yes.
How are they
Can't
gonna
learn
learn?
if you're dead.
It's gonna be a lesson. Also, technically, you can.
Look. The reason I don't think the children should have those is because if they do learn, the pranking capacity increases, and I don't want to get pranked.
Cool.
I mean, you said you can't learn if you're dead. Scully,
Look
you
at
are a
yourself.
testament to being dead and back to life. Also, there's revival. Same here.
Okay, you're not entirely wrong. But a kid should not a kid should not have to learn that lesson.
I mean, a kid shouldn't play with a dagger or a sword, but they probably still will.
It's educational.
You know what? Fair.
What if they hurt themselves? What a lesson that will have been.
Mm-hmm.
It's still my favorite Santa Claus.
Yep.
Which one was
I
that
think
again?
that was just
The
death
skeleton.
death being the Hogfather.
The healing garden seems to have a lot of healing. Grim
I
sand
would certainly
glass.
hope so.
Grim sand glass.
But I'm just curious as who do they hate enough that they deface a statue of him?
Roll society.
I have a +0 in society, so I'm probably not gonna know.
I got a society.
I have like
Huh.
+1 in society. Oh, +2 in society. 10 out of 10.
I have a +15 and I still fucked it up.
Spell heart? What is a spell heart? Are permanent items that you use in-
H-E-A-R-T.
Oh. Wait, what?
I spelled heart.
Yes! Uni, I know where you live. I'm gonna go beat you up.
I'm just imagining Dunn just whacking Scully over the head for that one.
His tail just goes smack.
Probably deserve that.
It's not a very painful smack, but it still is a smack. What, you're resistant? Wait, are you resistant to bludgeoning?
I don't think so. I'm resistant to,
Jack.
I'm resistant to piercing and slashing.
Oh, well.
Skeletons
Think
are
of me as
usually
an
the
Elden
weakest
Ring.
to bludgeoning.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Uh,
think of me as an Elden Ring skeleton.
So, are you looking at the fountain of the society, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
You
statue.
don't you don't recognize them, but as you look around the fountain, you can see that the main fountain itself has a huge plaque embedded into it. That basically says the heroes of the moon. Looking at each point of the star of the 6 points, you go down the list to look at the different heroes. The first one is a human man dressed in kind of wizard robes is the best way to put it. He's kind of one hand in the air, triumph kind of pose. And reading his plaque, you see Odison the Wise written there.
Huh.
The next one is this small little tiefling-looking girl. She's been designed to have these large ram horns coming out of her head. She has more of a modest pose she's taking in hers. And looking at her plaque, it says Lilla the Thief.
Aw,
Huh.
baby.
The next one is this big, massive orc fella, brandishing this large, battle axe that he's, holding in 2 hands over his head in this, big, roar, where he's, roaring in triumph. And his plaque says Murder Champion.
Jesus.
Did I hear murder champion?
That's
Yeah.
what I think I heard.
No, Murder Champion.
Oh,
Oh.
murder the champion. Okay.
Okay, I also heard murder champion.
I also heard murder
I
champion.
mean, he probably was.
Yeah.
He probably was the murder champion.
The next one, you see this small little goblin-looking fella, who His statue is designed almost looking very indifferent, like he's being built, as he looks more focused on like tinkering on some kind of little box thing that he's working on. Here's one says Jan the Inventor.
Ah.
He's like just some damn guy.
Yeah?
Hey?
The fifth one is a catfolk. He, looking at how he's designed, it looks like he's like leather armor with a longbow strapped over his shoulder, and he's kind of got one hand up, making kind of essentially like a V with his fingers, or like the peace sign essentially.
Mm-hmm.
His, funny enough, says Yosh the Traitor.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
And he's not the one that's defaced.
Nope.
Amazing.
That's kind of funny.
The final one, you can't tell what it is, but you assume that it's also a man, and just like based on the figure of them. Their head has been completely removed, but looks like it's been like brute force removed, like someone took a hammer to it, like it wasn't a clean removal.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been like graffitied with like, you know, some people have like painted it, some people like carved their name onto it, like so and so was here type stuff. And written at their plaque, which has been like damaged, like people have like been kicking it or like hitting it and stuff like that over the years. You just see Rast the Coward.
Oh.
Yeah, cowards
Fair
seem
enough.
to be hated more than traitors.
The Coward, it seems basically added to it. You don't think that was the original, what the original plaque said.
And it's pretty much damaged beyond recognition, so we probably couldn't figure out what it actually said.
I'll just add the names there if you want to write them for notes.
Yes,
Yes.
Right.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a large fountain in the middle of town dedicated to a group of heroes known as Champions of the Moon.
Huh.
I
Well,
wonder
here's
what
the
Ras did to earn this much disrespect, since, you know, whoever put the statues here first clearly thought he was worth having a statue.
Maybe it could be a situation where stuff didn't come up until after he died. Or like later,
That is possible.
like Coco.
Coco?
Yeah, the movie.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
The Disney
For a second I was
movie.
thinking,
Yes.
for a second I was thinking the gorilla?
Yeah, the gorilla that committed war crimes, totally.
Yeah, did you hear after their death, it came out that they were actually really racist.
Yeah.
They just really hated the Chinese for some reason.
Damn.
Also, I forgot to mention, looking at the main plaque where it says Heroes of the Moon,
Mm-hmm.
a small little description is written in, saying that basically goes along the lines of vanquishers of Dragon's Eye. Scully, with your society that you rolled of 20,
Yeah.
you immediately like grabbed the little map that you guys had, because it like, wait, I remember that name, and just north of Daggermoon. So on the map there are like two different like symbols of locations. Circles tend to be like towns and cities, and squares seem more like, you know, places of interest that might be like keep away from here, or like, oh, come here to see, like, you know, natural treasure or something, like maybe like a natural formation of land or something like that. Just north of Daggermoon is a location called Dragon's Eye, and going by the symbol, it is a natural formation, but it also has a slight warning to it.
Yeah.
Ominous.
So it just has like a hazard, like, be careful if you go here, but you can come to look at it if you wish. Types, essentially, is the description given to it.
Huh.
Huh.
Not for the unprepared, gotcha.
Yep. Basically like a trail for like a mountain trek that's like maybe a bit dangerous because it's not looked after, but you can still walk it.
Double black diamond.
I feel like I recognize that.
It's a term in snowboarding for like really, really insanely hard to do snowboarding trails.
Ah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, something like that.
I would like to
Yeah,
clarify,
sorry.
I do not know snowboarding, I just know that because of Jaden animations.
Fair enough.
Fair.
But yeah, looking at this fountain, it looks like V6 went to Dragon's Eye, did something that made them heroes, and they had statues erected of them here in Daggermood because of it.
There you go.
Question.
It's
Yep.
Was the traitor dude, was that his original episodes?
Looks like it.
Why did they make a statue for him?
Because maybe he
I don't
betrayed
know.
someone we were. Maybe he betrayed maybe he betrayed the dragon.
Yeah, fair. Maybe he betrayed someone bad.
Most likely a mercenary. They paid him something. He got a better offer.
Got a nicer offer.
above board. Would we actually know these characters, or is this these? Because it's been kind of like tugging at me. Do I know these characters?
As in, you the player? No.
No, not as the player.
I mean, you the, yes, you, well, you the player is Ninja.
Okay, yes, then.
No,
Nope.
you, this is new stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
alright.
Because
I
I
was
too
also
was
wondering.
wrapping my head around who the fuck are these people. I don't remember them.
Yeah, it's like this is
Oh,
Pathfinder.
not every hero in the world is someone that relates to you guys.
Hey!
Sometimes they're just heroes.
Okay, fair enough.
Get over yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also, there's some one person that I do know that it could be related to, and sometimes they commission art of their characters. So,
Eh.
It's true too.
they're not related to you.
No.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I
that's
think
the
they're
other,
just in-
So these are just
Yeah.
Pathfinder people.
or the
Yeah.
people
No,
he just
I
made.
made them up.
Yes, but like
Okay.
they're not his characters either.
No.
You're just for this area, yeah, gotcha.
Yes,
They are characters
Understood.
I made up when making the lore of Daggermoon.
fair enough.
As
So then
you
they're still your
go.
characters. They're still your OCs.
That's not
Okay.
that's not what I meant by that.
What she was asking was, are these D&D characters I have played in the past? No.
Oh, I got you.
Like, for example, back in the last town you guys were in, one of the people running for mayor was a D&D character I played.
Oh, I got you.
Like, the shitty bard who kept fucking running off to go on adventures rather than looking after the town. That is an actual character I played.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's great.
He is, he's wonderful, I love him. And I think he's like the one character who actually had a good ending compared to everyone else that Mike played, because my games never end well.
What do you do when you're full people?
They fucking die.
And it's not him who does it.
It's the dice.
Fair.
We just
Fair,
TPK
fair.
a lot.
He's not the DM playing this character. He's a player.
I
Fair.
just TPK a lot in my games. Not very good. But yeah. Speaking of which though, as you are wandering around and just taking in the sights and just enjoying a bit of time to yourselves,
Yee.
Teku,
Mm-hmm.
as you kind of wandering along the dock a little bit and watching the ships coming and going, you kind of stop and just kind of stare out at the water. You look at the lighthouse, watching a ship sailing by. And something in your gut tells you you've been here before. And you also remember that lighthouse, but at a different angle. as you looked up at it as you sailed under it on a boat, kind of leaving port. But everything felt really big, like you were like really small at the time.
What? Why do I remember
Core memory
this?
unlocked.
Just a chain of like a lock appears and then it just like opens up.
What the fuck is this? Ace Attorney?
Maybe.
Now you must play logic chess to unlock the next one.
Oh no, logic chess!
So yeah, I'll let you decide how Teku wants to take it, but you were just kind of overcome a little bit by deja vu as you look around and realize you feel like in your like deep down you've been here before. Like everything looks like you remember it like looking a lot bigger, but you also felt like you yourself were a lot smaller back in the day when you were last here.
Just to add some little flavor, Dunn notices Teku kind of
Spacing out.
and he grabs her hand and looks at her.
Yes?
Are you okay?
It's just... It all feels so familiar.
That show come by here before?
See...
Smack in the head might help.
Try it and I'll smack you back.
Thanks, it might help me too.
Hey.
Half the party just has amnesia. everyone just decides to write the same story plot for some reason.
Karen doesn't have amnesia. She remembers all her
Yeah, I know.
childhood traumas very well.
I don't have amnesia, I just wish I did.
I saw my entire village get gunned down.
Okay, maybe we should smack you in the head.
Maybe we need to give you the amnesia.
Yes.
No, don't. Please don't. It's the fire that drives me.
I feel like
Go
if
with her edge.
Teku were to hit Scully, Scully would take a lot more damage than Scully hitting Teku.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to the dice if Red's even going to hit Scully, though.
Yeah, that's also true.
I just rolled one.
Rude.
To answer the question,
Uh,
Carmen, it does feel like I've been here before. It's just... inconclusive. I can definitely say I remember the lighthouse. The odd thing is I don't remember being outside of Atari that much. So how would I have gone from here to Otari? Because it felt like I was leaving the place as opposed to arriving.
Truly a conundrum.
Then rubs Teku's back and is like, "It's okay. We'll just let it come to you. Don't try to force it. Otherwise, it'll hurt."
Sorry.
I suppose.
Continue.
You giggling?
Yeah, you made a sex joke.
I think.
I did.
Don't try to force it, otherwise it will hurt.
I took it as a poop joke.
That's not true. It can also be a poop joke. We are adults, we promise.
Yes,
God
100%.
damn it!
We are adults, and that is why we make these crude jokes.
God damn it!
Sorry.
You're fine. I'm like, what did I say wrong? God damn it.
Hey,
To
what's
be
the
fair, I was
Dagger
also
Moon where Bell and
trying-
Dent were supposed to have a magic tournament?
No, that's Bream.
Ah, it's green.
Yeah. We're still heading there, yes.
Well, Teku, would you want to look around, walk around, see if anything else triggers? Anything else comes to you?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Is there anything else of interesting note, or like do any rolls that might give us something?
I've done to a society check to see if he's ever been to Daggermoon.
That was fair enough. I was gonna say he might have been here before. Society! No!
So, Don, you've personally never been here before.
Mhm.
But just because Daggermoon is a pretty well-known city in there, so you probably would have easily have heard of it.
Mhm.
Daggermoon is known as the Old Capital.
Oh, the one that Briam overtook.
Yep. So, essentially, back in the day, you don't remember much because rolls, but also just it's old knowledge.
Mhm.
But you know, once there was apparently like a kingdom here once upon a time,
Mhm.
and then when it joined with a bunch of other kingdoms to form basically modern day Domainese,
Mhm.
they decided to build a new capital rather than keeping it in Daggermoon.
Ah.
So Daggermoon kind of got known as the old capital, but it still gets like a lot of like people coming here for trade, but also like historical reasons, because it's one of the oldest cities on the continent. So there's a lot of history to this city. You also remember that large palace fortress that you saw opposite the lighthouse? It kind of comes to you, and you remember that is known as the Old Palace, because that is where the old, essentially the old royal family used to live.
This wouldn't have happened to been the city that had... No, you said palace. I'm thinking mansion. Never mind.
That's a palace mansion. It's a cross between it's a, like, one part mansion, one part fortress, essentially.
Does the palace mansion look brand spanking new, or...
No,
well, not
everything in
brand...
the city is really old.
Okay.
You are thinking of a place that we already left.
How... Wait, did we already pass the city that we blew up the mansion in?
Yes, the mansion that we were the mansion that got the mansion that got nuked was in the place where all the little fire spirit sprites were at.
No, that was, Tiamat, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Tiamat, that one.
Ah,
Yeah, so, no.
The one where you blew up the palace, you haven't been to that city yet.
okay.
That's off in the east.
Okay.
I will say you have been to this city before with, I'm just gonna say your original characters, the first ones you ever played.
That's why it sounds familiar. I'm like, why does Daggermoon sound familiar?
This is a sealless city.
Ah.
Ah.
Is there a really fancy inn somewhere? Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a tavern or an inn somewhere around here? That
You
my
can go and
character.
ask for a town.
Sure, my character doesn't know why he wants to go to the tavern or inn, but there's an invisible force driving him there.
I mean, the invisible force is probably called sleep, and you know, you need a place to live for the night.
Fair enough. Is it late at night? No, it's in the morning.
No,
Yeah.
it's morning.
I was
You
gonna
only just
say.
got here. Yeah, you just got here.
There we go.
But yeah, no. You decide to go book yourself into a tavern. Let me roll a dice and think of a cool name.
Did we have a name or tavern?
No, it had a name originally, and we
thinking-
just took over.
You're thinking of your... No, that's a different... I'll let you know, that's also a different city. That one got blown.
Oh.
remember?
Okay.
Yeah, no, that one got invaded by demons.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, to clarify, to help you guys, this is the capital of Seals. Or what? So Dagamoon is where a murder happened when the king died to something, when a full moon happened.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Princess Bitch.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
And you're probably realizing why it's called Moon in the name.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's something special about the royal family.
Yeah, okay.
Good for them.
Eh?
Don't
Okay.
worry. Don't
Yeah, don't
worry.
worry about it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
don't worry about it.
You find a tavern.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that. You find a tavern up on the along the wharf called the Hungry Walrus.
Hey! Why would you let Jamie Heineman get hungry?
Alright.
You enter in. Behind the counter. That's cute. Okay, behind the counter you see this like very rotund leshy that looks like they're made of like kind of like a Venus flytrap, but in bloom, as they have this huge flower coming out of their head.
Oh.
That's cute.
Nice.
The flower person, the like weird little flower person, kind of like looks at you guys as you walk in, and you watch its like little Muppet-like hands kind of like wave you guys over.
Muppet-like hands.
Oh,
We go to the counter.
yeah.
Oi.
Welcome. It's your first time in Dagamoon?
Awesome.
Yes.
Looks questioningly at Teku.
Teku answers yes with a giant question mark.
Well, thank you for picking my little place to stay for the night, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Seems like a good
How
place.
many rooms would you like?
How much
ghost
is the
again.
room?
Teku and Dunn will share a
Ah,
room.
Well, we don't know how much a room is. If a room is an absurd amount, it might be
That's
easier for everyone
true.
to share. If a room
Well,
is cheap as
normally-
hell.
normally it's 5 gold, but tonight's the night market special, so it's 2 gold each.
Oh yeah, everyone. Okay, we're good. I think we can go ahead and let the lovebirds get their room, and me and Carmen can get separate.
Okay, so 3 rooms. So that's 6 gold.
Yeah.
I have to ask Ren, do you have money? Because I remember last time you kind of spent a lot of money.
I have 3 gold.
Okay, don't worry, I have this. You said 2 gold,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I pulled out his little book, opens up, looks through it, grabs some keys, and hands one to each of you.
Ooh.
Oh, enjoy your sleep. Checkout is at 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you're here for the night market? Would you like a wake-up call so you don't miss checkout?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. But also, we kind of just arrived here. Is there anything else to do in the meantime?
Oh, well, you can visit the old Palace of the King. That's a popular tourist attraction. We got the night market tonight. the once-a-month market where everyone brings out their stalls onto the main highway and peddles their wares at massive discounts.
Well, that sounds fun.
Oh.
I love night markets.
Oh, there's probably tours going around the city, as most people come here to, like, see the old world and all that.
Do you know much about the statues we saw?
Oh, which ones? There's a lot of statues to a lot of folks around here.
Of the heroes.
Heroes of the
Otis.
Moon.
Yes, Hero of the Moon.
Yes.
Oh, the fountain by the east gate.
Yes.
Ah, a little. I think they went up to Dragon Eye, which is a old burial ground to a dragon, so some ancient dragon. I think that's still there, actually. You can go see.
Ooh.
It's a bit of a trip, so you might miss the night market, though, but... they went up there and... I think stopped some villains from resurrecting the dragon's skeleton.
Huh. That's fascinating. Maybe we can take a visit after the night market.
Sure.
Sorry, that was more for myself than talking to him. But
I get it. I talk to myself on this as well.
Yeah, done special like that.
I just think polite.
God damn it! Thank you very much for the information.
If you're interested in learning more about the city, I think the museum does tours.
Yeah. That sounds fun. Yeah!
Well, see, I'm interested in it for maybe like Dent thinks, oh, maybe if she learns about the town, maybe she'll like Teku might remember something. So Dent's just like, okay, that might be interesting. Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hops off his little box that he's using to see over the counter and wanders off into the back.
Okay. And I guess we head to our rooms for a quick bit.
He can keep posing once he's out of sight.
He's lost in the void. If we decide to follow after him, we fall out of the world.
Yeah, game's programming doesn't actually let you go back there. There's actually nothing there. It's an empty box where he just stands until he's called. Saves on the bit rate.
Right? I want to break out of bounds!
You just fall into a different game. You're in Call of Cthulhu now.
Oh no!
Roll your D72.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
do they seriously?
Yeah, it's something weird. I forgot what they use, but it's some
I'm
weird
Googling
fucking
it.
arbitrary number. I've got one somewhere. It's fucking weird.
It's a D100. It's a
It's a
D4,
D100.
D6, D8, D10, D12, D20, and 2 D10s, and a D100.
A D60. That's the other one.
That
Ah.
is insane.
I think the D60 is for the fucking Cthulhu shit. It's the DM rolls it, not the players, but still.
I find
Anyway.
it funny, if Dunn actually fell into that world, he would probably be taken as a Cthulhu-esque entity because he's a snake man.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways.
Anyway, what would you like to do?
Would you guys want to take the historical tour? Or just wait for the night market?
I want to take a tour.
Oh, well, Scully wants to take a tour.
Give me the knowledge.
Alright.
Also, I feel like Scully shouldn't be left alone, so...
Scully is gonna rob a museum. You steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, God. You know what? Sorry.
No, go on.
I feel like Scully goes, I'm here to take the tour, and they're like, who animated one of our skeletons? And they just put skeleton.
One of
What's
the display palette.
Yeah.
Display cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, this the fuck?
We've carbonated this weird freak, and she dates back to 400 years ago.
I'm still alive, you know. I can hear
She's
you.
alive, but she's magically
hear
animated.
you.
Don't worry about it. Eventually, the magic will wear off, and she'll go back into a dormant state like other skeletons.
Oh, fuck you. I'm getting out of here and I'm beating your ass before that ever happens. Get in here. Give me 5 minutes in here and I'll show you how inanimate I can be.
We're thinking of moving her to the sarcophagus thing so we can lock her up permanently and not have to hear her.
Scully's just like, oh, wait till you hear my lawyer. Her lawyer is Carmen.
Well,
Funny enough,
so-
yeah, that would be your lawyer, because Carmen's the best speaker.
Exactly.
yeah.
High deception. Obviously a lawyer. So yeah,
taking
you guys make your way up in following some signage and stuff. You find your way out to the Dagger Moon Museum.
Mm-hmm.
You see it is a massive building with these huge pillars that lead up from stairs into the main building. The thing that stands out of the pillars is one of them seems to be made of pure emerald.
Ooh.
Oh, that
So
seems...
the rest are just like marble and stone combination to make them like look very fancy. But a single pillar, which is kind of more like fenced off a little bit to keep it protected, seems to have like a perfect like emerald finish to it, giving it this strange green glow compared to the rest of the building.
Is there like a significance to emerald that might? Is there any way to know that?
If you go in, emerald's very rare, but if you go and have a look at it, you see that that according to the plaque, this pillar is all that is remained of an old road that was here in the city known as the Emerald Road, which used to run through the city up from the main gateway all the way up to the palace. But all the emerald eventually got scrapped after you to fund other projects over the years, and all that was left eventually got used to build this pillar.
Huh, that sounds
Sad.
familiar. Why does that sound familiar?
Source
Some
IRL.
of your other characters used to walk along it.
Ah!
Ooh.
Right.
Entering into the museum proper, you see there's a large desk where many people are working and talking to people who come to look at the museum and buying tickets and stuff. But directly behind them, you see another collection of statues, areas of different individuals.
Oh.
Going from left to right, you see this large Wyverian woman drawing a bow, and what looks like a lion standing next to her, like in a roaring position. Next to her, you see a second Wyverian one. This one is in full plate armor and drawing this like large spear with a banner hanging from it. On her shield, you see this draconic symbol, which anyone with religious knowledge recognizes as Aspis, the draconic god of metallic dragons, and someone Cole recently had an interaction with.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
next to them seems to be a kitsune man, and dressed in a dark cloak. It's quite strange. He seems to be wielding a sword, like he's got the hilt and like, what's it called? The crossguard of a sword, but there's no blade to it. Like that's all it is, but it looks like it's intentional, like hasn't broken off. That is what it was designed to look like.
That's odd.
I forgot
Okay.
about that sword.
Yep. Hey, Uni, look, it's the lion that almost killed itself.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Next
Seriously?
to him, then,
Yes.
Oh my god.
next to them is a statue of this kind of young-looking dragon, and only it is built to have, unlike just being stone like the rest of them, it's been included to have like strips of silver running through it to make it have that metallic silver appearance compared to everyone else.
Hey, look, we've met this
Ooh.
one.
We had Alistair on? I thought you took him away before that.
I also came back, remember?
Well, yes, but I thought he was already taken away during, you know what I'm trying to say, during that
Yeah.
plot line.
I mean, he is still in the plotline, he just was an NPC now, rather than a pet.
Yeah.
I thought there was a moment in time where we didn't have him.
Yeah, he did. And then he came back, and then he left, and then came back again. And did it
Huh. Okay, I don't remember that.
He left
enough,
quite a few
continue.
times.
and then finally is a human man, and in full plate armor with a large sword that he's kind of like resting in his hand and planted into the ground. And he has this kind of like scarf kind of wrapped around, stone scarf wrapped around, like that's been designed to like look like it's blowing in the wind. And on a shield that's on his back, you see this old symbol. You're not sure what it is, but you would imagine it's like a city symbol or something like that.
Is there?
You imagine he might be like a captain of a guard or something like that by the looks of him, or maybe something grander.
Lol.
Is there a way to? Is there like name tags or something that we could see for the statues? I have a feeling I know who the last one is, but
Not able to see it, but if you approach the desk and ask him about it, if you have a feeling they might be able to tell you.
okay. Well then, I approach and ask.
Who are these people?
Behind the receptionist, you see this kind of like elf woman, and who's like busy in paperwork, handing out tickets and stuff to people. As you approach, she looks at you and says, are you here for a ticket to explore the museum, or are you here for a more grand tour of the city?
Oh, looks at Scully.
How much?
Well, museum tickets are 1 silver each, but for 1 gold you can get the grand tour to explore
Oh,
the city.
hell yeah! Yes, 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 yes.
It seems like we're taking the grand tour.
Scully's tail is like literally wagging.
Scully is so interested in taking the grand tour, throws 4 gold at him.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah, I'm paying it. I'm paying it. I'm paying it.
Alright, Scully is
Thanks,
hit
Dad,
with
painting it.
Alright. Scully kind of like, in excitement, just grabs 4 gold and throws it at this woman and kind of like scatters on the desk.
Oh, maybe not that rude.
I'm just
Okay,
like, I'm sorry.
They eat your
thank
sort
you.
of, those sort of things she is.
She goes and like collects the coins, and then after a bit of like, rips out these 4 little tickets and hands one to each of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for that.
The tour begins in an hour just outside the front doors. Until then, you're free to explore the museum.
Yes, yes.
And you have any questions, you can ask one of our curators who are wandering the floors.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
then I look for a curator to see if they tell me about the statues.
Alright, near the front, just kind of wandering around in this like little vest and tie, you see this kind of like little gnome man with these big thick glasses. He has a sticker on his shirt that just says, "Ask me anything."
Oh no! Please don't ask them anything, Scully. It probably doesn't literally mean anything.
I was just gonna ask them anything.
Boo! Boo!
He calls security and Scully's just removed from the museum.
Anyways, ask them about the statues.
Yes, please. We're very curious about the origin of them.
Oh yes, these are the museums. These statues are to the grand champions and during the Demon Wars back in the Seolus years. Each one is apparently a figure of historical importance that came together to help vanquish and eventually defeat the great Demon Lord.
Okay, I was misconstruing why these statues were up. Continue.
He gesturing from left to right, he goes, the first one is of Lady Renee, I believe her name was.
Oh! How dare you!
Renee was apparently a great warrior of the Wyverian clans who was a master of beasts. Her pet lion beside her apparently he struck down many creatures in its path.
Not bad.
Look. At least you're not getting the Gladian treatment and being called Renai.
Anyways.
Look, I know how to inflict damage onto my wife.
Does he not know the name of the lion?
Well, if it did have a name, afraid that might have been lost to history, I'm afraid.
Oh, he is not important enough.
Son just gets possessed by a past frickin' life.
I mean, he's already taking psychic damage for some reason.
Yeah.
Well.
The next one was the Great Paladin Ruba.
Now I'm taking psychic damage. That's not even my character, and I'm taking psychic damage.
Carmen just hears something scream in the back of her head, as apparently the divinity that gave her powers is also screaming at this, probably.
The inaccuracies.
Ruba was a holy paladin of Esper, the dragon of the Metallic Order. She apparently was the commander of their party.
Wait! That's not correct!
Does Dun say that?
No, Dun doesn't know that.
Yeah, Dun doesn't know that!
Just take everything.
Divine wisdom.
Just take everything she says right now as above board.
Gotcha.
Yep. The next was the Kitsu known as Rome. He was apparently an excellent He was apparently a master of the blade. We're not sure what his bladeless weapon symbolizes, though, but we imagine that perhaps there was some form of magic involved. Many believe that he might have been a great sorcerer.
Wow.
Nice.
Were you? No, you weren't a magic caster, were you?
No, I was a thief and then an assassin.
The best part about doing D&D history with your party is torturing them with wrong information.
That's so funny.
It is very funny.
I'm going to guess that Alistair knows that this is all wrong and just doesn't bother to correct anyone.
He probably
It's
thinks it's hilarious.
funnier.
Yes.
It's funnier this way.
Next is the Grand Champion of the Silver Order, Alistair, Lord of Dragons. We only know of his accomplishments because, well, he is still around to tell them.
Yes, we met him.
That was a
That's
very
exciting.
cool encounter.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
We occasionally see him when he comes for a military parade for the city, but that's very rare these days.
Alistair is the one who's above board. Alistair is the one who's gonna explode, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No, he's not gonna explode.
That's it.
He's gonna die and turn into a fucking lich dragon.
Yes.
Yes, he's got the soul of a lich inside him, but no one knows that.
Oh, what fun.
Very few people know that, and they haven't
Yeah,
told
very-
anyone else.
Yeah, very
Why
few
would you
people
keep
know
that secret?
Because Alistair
I
doesn't
guess.
know
Yeah.
that.
Supposedly,
Yeah,
Fair.
Alistair doesn't know that. You're gonna break his
Supposedly
little
it
heart
was
by telling
passed-
him he's actually gonna turn into a monster when he dies, and probably cause a grand catastrophe.
Oh.
yeah,
just a
supposedly
little guy.
if things have been passed down, Thragzar might know, but he's probably just keeping that at the back of his thought as he's continually power slamming things.
He
So
can
far,
give
there are canonically
a
2
reason
people
to
who
live.
have said they know. One is Fraxar, and one is one of Ren's descendants.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Rennie might have went crazy before she told someone.
Rennie was
Unfortunate.
in a quick downward spiral.
She was going through it.
Damien died.
Ooh.
And yeah, and then she tried to revive him, and that was another song and dance we had to deal with.
Yeah.
Necromancy.
She had like 28 other different Damiens.
Here's the thing, right? Because of how crazy Rennie went, I assume a lot of people were told that Alistair will turn into a Lich Dragon, but no one believed her.
Oh shit. That's even worse.
That is possible.
That is even worse.
And finally, he points to the knight at the end and says, "And that I believe is Lord Navi Wise, a great captain of the guard from one of the fallen cities known as Tony, who apparently took up arms to fight against the demon threat.
Tony!
I believe he was given the epithet of awesome."
I take that epithet.
The epithet was epic because he kept surviving in 1 fucking HP.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's gonna believe you, Ren? You don't know that. Epithet's now awesome, but he was an awesome guy.
He was an awesome guy.
That's
I
the
also
dude.
know his name was not Navi Wise. I just don't remember what his actual name was right now.
His real name was Naval Sage.
Fair
There we
enough.
go.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, I never actually properly learned his name because I just
No,
knew him as Epic.
It came up like once or twice, but you guys were like, "Okay, we're gonna keep it with our nickname." He's like, "That's fair."
That is how you met me, so I'll accept it.
But yeah, his real name was Naval Sage, so you know, Navi Wise. The ultimate doing it wrong.
Navi Wise. He sounds like a great navigator.
Eh. But yes,
Dun-
they were great heroes during the Demon Wars back in the Ciolus years. Sadly, not a lot was kept from those days, but we have these in honor of their heroics.
Fair enough. Dunn just kind of like takes in all the information, like, yes.
My favorite was Renee.
You son of a bitch. That was a very fun campaign for Blue. I'm pretty sure this is payback because he had 2 characters with the name Ren in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And we were basically just Team R.
We were Team Mar.
we had Ren. We had
It was
fucking
Ren, Rennie, and
Rubilla.
Rubilla.
Oh my god. That's a lot of R's.
Ren, Rennie, and Rubilla.
Yep.
Rah, Rasputin.
Also, the leader of our group was Ren.
I got de facto leader because you've met.
But Ren, clearly, Rubo over there was the leader because she's the commander.
Yeah.
Totally. Yes, because she
Yes.
was always in the front. And
For
taking
30
hits.
AC.
Yep.
Oh goodness, that is high.
That was high for D&D,
D&D.
yes.
Right.
Because, like, let's be honest, that's my current fucking AC, and I still get the shit kicked out of me in fucking constant crits.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
And not all of those
I feel like I
crits
was
are
gonna-
nat 20s.
Like, equivalent I would give right now was probably her AC. If I was going to remake her right now as a level 10 character, it would be like 50.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was impossible to hit her.
Yeah. And I
So
started hitting
the-
her with AoE spells that required saving throws, and that's when I was like, oh, this works.
She nearly died to fire.
Ooh. I love getting the lore
Anyway.
from y'all's past campaigns.
Well, this is what this is for, so I can give it naturally. Alright. Would you like to explore the museum while you wait, or you just want to skip to the tour?
I want to see what else there is.
Yeah, is there any more fun, interesting? Are we gonna see like the past?
Is there something I can
kings
loot?
And no.
The past kings and advisors.
Yeah, the past king and advisors. I can't wait to see him if he is noted.
Yeah.
Alright, you begin to wander the museum. You see old paintings in the art area that like date back hundreds, if not thousands of years. You see little knickknacks and other like constructions and bits of old ways of the world that still exist that they found through archaeology means.
Yes.
You see an older map that shows the world, that judging by the writing and the way it's drawn, appears to be an old dwarven map that shows what Domainese used to look like.
Oh.
You see the Iron Hammer Mountains, which is where Orcaster is. It is based on like Scully 6 Dwarven, don't you, I think?
Yes. I think
Yeah,
I
so Scully
do.
can
Let me
type.
double check. Yeah.
So Scully can somewhat translate because it is in like Old Dwarvish. But it speaks of the Iron Hammer Mountains as like the kingdom of the dwarfs. But then looking around, you don't see like anything from like what you know of the world today. It is mostly like empty plains with the occasional like orc or goblin camp noted in the world. The only other civilization that you see is far, far to the east that has just been marked as Elvenland.
Elvenland.
That sounds funny.
Is it actually written Elvenland, or is it just the fucking knife ears?
Yeah, probably something like that. Just knife. It just says fucking like a slur for elf in Old Dwarvish.
Because the dwarves and the elves don't get along.
Yeah.
I mean, currently in law, no one gets along with elves for coward reasons. Is the best way to put it.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, looking at this old map, it looks like once upon a time, from what you can tell, the only like civilization in this world were the dwarves. No one else lived here, so all the other races, humans, gnomes, you guys. Everything here were dwarfs, and then like the occasional orc camp.
Huh, fascinating.
Interesting.
As you continue to like go down the history of the map, you then see a still really old but newish and more human drawn map. A lot of the area where you guys currently are has been drawn over, and it now claims this land in a kingdom known as Seolus.
Ah.
There seems to be trade going on between Seolus and the Ironhammer Dwarfs. To the east-north of that, you see another kingdom that has been marked off up near Frostspire and the Mithril Range, known as Blackford, which is noted as being the Gnomish kingdom.
Ah.
And then a little bit north of that, where the archipelago is, you see a third kingdom marked as Inaro.
Inaro.
Okay, I know that name for a fact.
Yeah, that one does sound familiar.
That was the second campaign you guys were in.
Ah.
So where Cole joined for the first time.
Yeah.
Yay!
When we stupidly killed his character.
Ooh, how'd that happen?
They did a
3
really stupid siege, and
3 a.m. planning.
It was late
Not
night.
a good idea.
Yes.
3 a.m. planning. The person who planned it went to sleep afterwards, too.
Oh no.
yeah.
Because she had work in the morning.
They broke the party in two. Those who wore heavy armor and were big clunky guys decided to join the stealth team. Meanwhile, the people who were leading the charge on the siege and like attacking the front gate were a fucking squishy wizard character and a squishy rogue character.
So, I remember some of the logic back then. I hate. My logic back then was since Sabra was doing the sneaking for the heavy armored guys, it's like, okay, they don't have to worry about stealth. And I believe Red was the the heaviest of hitters.
I was the heaviest fucking hitter. Eldritch Blast is so fucking
Like, there was a
awesome.
logic to your plan. You're going to have the ranged characters attack the gate so you could shoot the people on the wall, while sneaking the melee characters in to then attack the wall from the other side. There was logic, but your logic probably would have been bring the entire party inside rather than split up.
Yeah, that probably should have. Yeah. Hey, look, I think that was our first time splitting up, and we learned that it didn't work.
Yeah, that's how we learned. Real
Let's split
quick,
the party.
splitting the party is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Around this painting of, like, this start of these three new kingdoms, you see a bunch of old treaties written between Ciolus, Blackford, and Inaro. One of them looks like a war pact between Ciolus and Inaro.
Which is actually the reason why we were in Inaro.
Yep. But it looks like, going through some more pacts a little bit later on, that the war ended with an apology from Ciolus, who basically stated that their war was started by rogue agents within their government that was trying to take over Inaro for power and wealth.
That did technically happen, yes, but I'm just wondering who they're blaming as that rogue agent.
You're not sure, but along with it comes with a bunch of pardons that are up on the wall. They seem to be for a lot of different characters and individuals who essentially left the Ciolus in betrayal to join the Inaro side. So it is just a grand, like, anyone who left Ciolus to join Inaro to fight against our tyranny, we pardon you for that crime and wish to make amends and apologies and welcome you back in.
So I know there's one character who can actually technically accept that.
And he has and is doing whatever he feels like right now.
I know.
I wasn't referring to Draxar.
Fraxar technically was never part of Seals, so he never betrayed Seals.
Yeah.
I know
He
for
was
a
just
fact
along for
that
the ride afterwards.
I know someone who did accept that pardon and is a merchant and just fucking sailing around in a merchant ship with that just fucking framed on their wall.
I think your character's dead.
No, my character is dead, but the family is still a fucking merchant vessel.
Yep. Technically all those characters are now dead except for Fragzard.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Sabra's still alive.
Oh, Sabra.
Oh yeah, Sabra is
Yes.
still alive.
I will say I assume most of your characters would have accepted it because, you know, why wouldn't you?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My old character's family is fucking floating around with that fucking pardon framed on the wall.
I know my other character probably didn't know about this because they joined after the fact. So
Yeah,
I don't think Temmie was like considered a criminal in that sense.
No, Timmy joined after the fact.
No. Them and
Yeah.
Frags just they joined after the fact and were just along for the ride for the most part.
Pretty much. Do they pardon the death of one of our friendos?
You don't know because it's just kind of more like a broad thing.
Yeah.
But then has small individual ones dedicated to different little like towns that left sea elves to help against the war with Inaro.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them you see is a town called Arano, which apparently was on sea elves' side as it was a founding city that they helped established, but eventually swapped sides and joined Inaro in the defense of the islands.
Huh.
Another one you see, which, looking at it, isn't actually part of Steelers or Inaro, but is giving the same treatment and is actually dual signed. You see one dedicated to a city called Pardis. Yes. And written at the bottom, you see two signatures. One is signed the name Shawoof. Underneath it says the King of Seolis as its title.
Alright.
And then the other signature you see for the King of Pardis is written Eden Webspinner.
Huh.
I feel like I know the name Eden Webspinner.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, because Sabra was attached to him and could only translate for him for a bit until one day he randomly just spoke. Oh, Eden.
I'm sorry for nuking a town. Twice.
We'll put you in timeout, it's okay.
Well, to be fair, I nuked two different towns.
Yeah.
We'll double the time in timeout, it's okay.
One was a nuke, one was you summoned Godzilla.
They were both
Well,
Godzilla.
aren't they
They
the
were
same?
both Godzilla. They were both Godzilla.
Well, one was Demon Godzilla and one was France Godzilla. The best way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, following from that, you then see a new map that has been drawn. Only now, the entire east coast of Domainese, so Seolis, Blackford, Inaro, and even the Dwarven Mountains of the Iron Hammers and stuff like that, are now all connected in a massive kingdom known as the Protectorate.
Oh.
Pushed up right against it, you see drawn more of a purple marker to like show its territory, which takes up most of the middle of this area. Is this a massive kingdom now known as the Shadow Tower?
Well, that's dramatic.
Looking at the symbol, the Protectorate is two swords crossed in front of a shield, where the Shadow Tower symbol is the face of a massive black dragon.
Huh.
Written around it, you find plaques stating the beginning of the Shadow Wars, against a giant dragon, and that simply went by the name of the Overlord.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
You see a new map then showing the Protectorate stretching out against where the Shadow Tower's territory was, and has spread far to the east. Only for then it to show a newer map, which goes more into the future, which shows the Protectorate has shrunk back down again, and a new purple area has formed in the center wasteland, and once again called the Shadow Tower, with the same dragon symbol.
Huh.
Looking at it, these events, you estimate, are about 200 years between each other.
Huh.
Looking at it, the first event where it shows that it got the Shadow Tower was defeated and the Protectorate took over, states that it came at victory at the death of the Overlord. And then the second map, which shows the Shadow Tower has returned, and is dated as the revival of the Overlord.
Right.
After that, though, you see that the Protectorate is now gone, as is the Shadow Tower, and a new region now exists, known as Domainese. With that, you see this large painting. On the left hand, you see a bunch of what was essentially core races. So you see humans, elves, dwarfs, gnomes, the Leshy, that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the right hand side, you see a massive black dragon, and standing alongside kobolds, lizard folk, gnolls, and a bunch of other more like monstrous folk. And they seem to be at like a peace treaty.
Huh.
Standing at the front with the massive black dragon, there are three little kobolds which are like taking center stage almost for this side of the thing. But essentially this painting is depicted as the end of the Shadow Wars and birth of the Gnolls, it's titled.
Huh.
Wait, you said only 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they're just counting our player character kobolds.
Yeah, that would have been. We would have had more than that, though.
It was only 3 of you.
There were 3 kobolds, which was just us 3 because we were playing that game. Then we had the backup characters, which was your character's thrall / girlfriend, which was the giant fox.
Was it only?
And then,
Yeah,
and then we had then there was the small barbarian.
You each, you at one point had 2 characters each, but there was still only 3 of you.
Huh. Okay, fair enough. That's probably what I was confused about.
Also, at that given point in time, we had already lost our other 2 players.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it was None and Kit on for you.
Uh-huh.
Ren had Aline and Click.
Right.
Yeah. I also technically had a 3rd character, but it was a sword.
That's
What?
true. Yeah, he had a mimic sword.
Oh, that's cool.
One of the reasons Tiny didn't fucking die.
Yeah.
And then Cole had Nitrous, and I forgot the NPC Cobalt was called.
Yeah, I just remember that she was a paladin, but her and
Yep.
Nitra were a thing.
Yeah, she was a kobold too. That's why my brain was like.
Yeah, probably why you thought that. Yeah.
I'm trying to look at my old art to see where they are, but I'm having a hard time finding them. Funny enough.
Do I have it?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, well,
what year.
anyway.
Yeah, continue. I'll find them.
But yeah, looking at that, you then see, not much change in the, like, maps of the world, it seems like. And, Domine's, like, slowly expanded east over time as more and more towns and cities join them. But then the next big event that, like, you know, world-shaking event, you see something called the Dragon Wars taking place, and going by the date, it took place about 15 years ago. Which you guys have run to a bit of in the world.
Yeah. Visra.
Visra, that's right.
Oh, she's pretty. Sorry. Look, hey, look, it's been a while since I looked at them. I'll post it in chat if you guys want to see them.
Yes.
Okay.
The 2 big things that happened that, like, affect the map of the Domineese that you see.
Mm-hmm.
The territory and city of Ouroboros joined, which you know, Dun, is where the Nagashi reside and where you were born.
Mm-hmm. Well, close enough.
Close enough.
Yes.
And then far to the east, what you saw on the original map as elf territory, essentially, has now been broken into two settlements, Falaska and Stalion. And it seems Falaska has joined the greater Domainese Empire, where Stalion remains independent.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah. As you continue to examine and look around the world, around the museum, you see more artifacts from the history and things of that nature. But eventually you find yourself back more into the entranceway, but behind the counter this time, where the statues of the old heroes are. And behind the statues, you see this large expedition has been set up, like it's like the prize piece of the museum.
No,
In
remember,
this
Scully,
massive
no touching.
Aw, damn.
In this large glass
Reading
case.
my mind.
So in this large glass case, you see a mannequin standing there, and dressed in the mannequin is dressed in this set of just this fine dragon scale armor, and holding this larger banner with the symbol of asp on the front of it. And
I
you
don't
realize
trust
it's the
mannequins.
same. And you realize it's the same armor set and banner that the hero at the front of the museum, Robo, was wearing.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
How'd they get that?
Interesting.
Donation?
Maybe.
There is a plaque next to it called the Holy Set of Aspa, worn by the hero of the demon was Ruben.
Ruben.
Yep, Ruben.
Rubella.
It also
Ruben.
Yep. And written there, it does actually say, you are free to cast Detect Magic, Egg, but no other spells, please.
Detect magic.
Alright, you identify the armor ring. It is a full set of Holy Plate Mail. Well, it has resistant 10 to all damage types. But the big thing is, every piece of the armor set is +3 armor. The helmet, the chest piece, the gloves, the leggings, and the boots.
Oh my!
Oh.
Considering how Olt's characters were, that is going to be quite the chest piece.
Ayo.
So...
So, in total, if you were to
robbing
wear
the
this full
museum.
set,
No!
No.
full set of armor, if you wore this full set of armor, it would give you +15 AC.
Fuck.
Blue wouldn't tell us all this information if he didn't want us to steal it.
None of us
No.
can wear it.
Yeah.
Looking at the banner that you've been identified,
You say none of us can wear it. Technically, I think I can, but I'm
Yeah.
not. Anyways, continue.
looking at this banner, it is actually a +3 lance, with greater striking on it, and has an aura effect where anyone who is around the banner, within 50 feet of it, gains permanent heroism, and making them immune to any form of fear effects.
You know what?
Oh.
You know what? With that, it is very easy to see how people would think that Rubella was the fucking leader. Yeah,
I told you
I'm
I told you how good this armor would be when I translated the Pathfinder.
Yep. Teku is personally perfectly convinced that Ruben was the leader.
I mean, that's the conclusion most people would come to, yes.
Yeah.
Conclusion.
Follow-up
She was
notice.
the leader. Reality.
Follow-up notice with
Yes.
absolutely no pun intended. I forgot how stacked Ult's fucking loadout was.
Yeah. So, I like how the perception, she was the leader. Reality, we were like, what are we gonna do? Ren suggests something. Okay, Ren, let's do that.
Let's go with it.
I was the quiet kid in the back that was leading them all along.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next to it, you see a small little cases set up. Inside seems to be... Looking at it, it's kind of like a black dress that has been heavily burnt and battle damaged. At least that's what you imagine is what happened to it. But best thing it looks like it has been completely torched at some point, as barely anything of it is left. But it's just this black dress with some like a bit of white frilling here and there. And it just simply is stated to be Rubilla's battle dress.
Oh my god.
The best way to describe what this dress looks like, it looks like it survived some kind of explosion. Casting detect magic on it, Ren, doesn't seem to have any magical properties at all. But, claiming it used to belong to Ruben.
Regular clothes.
They're claiming it belonged to Ruben.
The fact that it survived this long when that happened hundreds of years ago.
It's impressive all on its own, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it was enchanted by an ability that no longer exists. It probably soaked into the fabric, even though it really can't use it. So you know how I kept on mentioning we blew up a mansion?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the dress that survived that explosion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will say, looking at it, does look very maid-like in appearance, but that can't be right.
Ruben wasn't a maid. Ruben was a strong leader. I must be imagining things.
What happened is that...
fucking head, my brain just fucking melted on something. There would be another statue there, I apologize.
Oh?
Along with the other heroes, you would see a statue of what looks like a Catwoman, only she appears to have 4 arms for some strange reason.
Yes. Ultimisha.
Hi.
When you ask the gnome about it, he says, that was the seasoned grand fighter, the pugilist known as Ulti.
That's adorable. I can't even be mad.
Ulti's spelled with an A though.
Oh.
Ulti, but with an A.
Ulti.
Yes, A-L-T-Y.
Oh my god.
That's adorable.
Ulti.
I still love it.
Ulti.
I can't believe like, yeah, there was... You had too many fucking characters back then.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. We did double up on characters a lot back then.
Yep. But yeah, with that, you guys kind of get to the end of the museum, and as you step out, you can see the tour seems to be just starting.
Woo!
Nice.
Woo! Let's go. Also, I gotta go.
Fair enough.
We can continue the museum tour next time.
Yay!
Good.
Thanks for joining us, chat.
Thank you.
So next time we'll do
And
the
Titan's
tour around the
Lord.
city. Yep, we'll do the tour around the city. do the night markets, and then probably get into another fight.
Yeah.
Since it's the night market, do we have to give you stuff that we might want to buy, or is you?
I've
You
set up
gotta-
shops.
Okay, cool.
I ain't
You
giving.
can give me recommendations if you want something to be there.
Probably just rune
But-
stuff.
There's definitely ruin things there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Even if I wanted to, I only have 3 gold. What the fuck am I gonna suggest? A pebble?
I will help.
I mean-
I have 960 gold.
I was gonna say, everything's on super discounts. There are some things that are only 1 gold.
Yeah.
Well, I will see.
Yeah, maybe if you find something done, we'll purchase it for you, because he certainly has money. Also, we have stuff to sell.
Yes, that too.
Yep.
Aye, there we go.
I have to stop merging staffs and
Yeah.
fucking invest in getting quick draw so I can switch out staffs without using an action.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
See you all next time.
Bye.
See ya.
Yes. Bye.